Today I'm with Deputy Austin Nowell, who's back at work. Congratulations on being back at work.
Thank you very much. Feels good to be back.
You just recently went through a transplant. Tell me what all's happened to you over the last year or so.
Well, actually, when I was 17, so about 15 years ago, I got sick and was diagnosed with a liver condition. And they said it would typically take 10 years for the liver to actually fail. I was lucky and went 13 years. In June of 2010, went to Birmingham, and surgeon Dr. Bindman told me that I had till the end of the year to live. And he was just about right on there, because on December 29th, I had a liver transplant in UAB. So it was wonderful. It's a great day.
You look good today, and you are energetic.
Yes. The liver is a filter, and it takes away all the nutrients that you have. It actually, the poison that would build up would eat my muscles and actually went into the brain and would destroy it. Had a lot of confusion, a lot of wondering who people were. Cognitive skills were going away quickly, and once they put it in, it all comes back.
Tell me the process you've gone through on waiting on the liver transplant.
I was placed on the transplant list in June, and they do a number scale, 40 being the worst and 0 being that you have no liver disease. I started out at 17 in June. In October, when I had to go off of work, it was at 20, which is middle of the road. At the time of transplant, it was over 30. I believe it was 34 at the time of transplant, and that's a scale that anyone can go look up. It's called MELD, M-E-L-D. Anybody can look that up and figure out what the score is. It determines how your liver's functioning, and at 40, they say your liver has actually failed. Now,
since your surgery, tell me about the rehabilitation process.
It's a lot. It's a lot of just waiting. Once they put the liver in, my surgeon, Dr. Eckhoff, said that it worked perfect. It's just a rest period to make sure. You have to have blood work every couple of weeks to make sure your levels have come back to normal, which mine have, thankfully. And it's the scar that they have is they cut you completely in half. So it's a big one. So they have to wait for that to heal, which is healed completely. So that's why I'm here today.
A lot of the folks in the sheriff's office gave you sick leave to help you out.
Yes, that was a blessing. I'm thankful to Sheriff Hughes for going to bat for me, and the commission and all the guys who gave time to me. I had a lot built up, but you don't expect to be off for 5 months for something like that.
Austin, I know at towards the end of December and the things you were going through, a lot went through your mind about, is this the end of my life? Tell me about that.
When I was diagnosed, thankfully I surrendered my life to Christ and knew that when the end come, that I would be with Him. You don't expect it to happen when you're 32, where I was. That's for sure. But it's true that prayer works. On the 27th of December, they said they had a liver. It came back with hepatitis B, so they couldn't use that one. And that's a time where you think, well, God, if this is what you want, if you want me to come back home with you, I gladly will do that. And selfishly, you also pray that, God, I'm only 32. I'd like to stay here and see what this life has. And this is a testimony to His healing power, that He really can do miracles, and prayer works. I know hundreds and probably thousands of people have prayed for me, prayed for the donor, that person knew God because they were gonna die too, but that person actually wound up saving 5 people, and that's just a testament to what He can do. what God can do in anybody.
How do you prepare yourself psychologically or is there any way to prepare yourself for what you went through?
There is no way. You think you're sick and you feel bad, it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. You can't prepare yourself. Your mind is in 1,000 different directions. You think, oh, I've got my bills to pay, and I've got this to take care of, I've got that to take care of, and really in the end none of it really matters when you're dealing with your life, and if it is going to end. That's what's important is your soul and where it's going to go.
You're alive today because someone checked on their driver's license to be an organ donor, or a family made a decision. What do you say about organ donors and people making that decision before something happens to them?
I would say if you're not an organ donor, please do so. This is not our body. If you think you're going to take your organs with you, guess what? You're not. Sorry to ruin your party, but you're not going to take them with you. And you've got 8 different organs, your eyes, your skin. They can do intestine transplants. They can do all sorts of transplants, and you can save 8 different people's lives. And I mean, if you bring someone here that says, "Oh, I'm not an organ donor. I don't want to be an organ donor," I would say, well, that's selfish, because you were given a gift of life, and you can give that to someone else that they would live and can carry on. You don't know when you're going to die. No one knows that day when they're going to perish, and when they do, when they don't have the organ donor on their driver's license, they can't donate their organs. Even if a family member says, yes, we want to donate the organs, you can't. You have to have that marked on your license. So I plead to people to please do that. I'm a living, walking miracle because of it.
My understanding, you'd already briefed your parents or tried to brief your parents that you may not be here anymore as far as your death. I know it's got to be a great feeling to have life now.
No, it's beyond comprehension on how I feel, how good I feel. I've been sick for close to 15 years, and then to wake up and not have any pain is mind-blowing. You don't know what it's like to feel good again. I had to relearn how to feel good. I told my parents that this, how we're going to do this and how we're going to do that with my death, and that's a hard thing to go through, because I know my parents, they don't. Any parent doesn't want to watch their son or daughter or die, and or get sick as people do with liver problems or any type of organ problem. But through faith, we pulled through, and I'm here today praising God.